Well, our lingering mild temperatures means, well, there's no excuse to stay cooped up in the house.
Yeah, today, maybe now, right now, perfect time to get out into the garden, get that garden ready for the colder months ahead.
Garden Guy Dale Kay is live with his checklist this morning. Hello, Dale. Good to see you.
Oh, so good to see you guys. It's so nice out. So we're going to do a little checklist because the calendar, of course, says it's November, but it is actually kind of, with the warmer weather, can be a little bit tricky. So let's go and take a look at the things that you should be doing in your yard right now. And I guess let's talk about the lawn first. Cody talked a little bit about the lawn a bit earlier. Everything's spot on. But make sure you keep watering your lawn because that will help make it a little bit more resilient. Talked about getting all those leaves up off the lawn. That is good too. Go ahead and mulch them, pick them up, whatever you want to do. And actually, all those kind of garden chores, I guess, is a great way to burn off some Halloween candy. It also may be a great thing for the kids to do to help you rake up the yard to kind of burn off some of all that sugar. And also make sure you keep your lawn nice and low as well. That really helps, especially with voles and things like that. The lower the blades are, the better off your lawn will be over winter. And I always put down some gypsum right before the snow flies. That'll help leach out some acidity, particularly if you've got pets. And also, if you're on a busy street where road salt is an issue, the gypsum also helps leach out that as well. As the ground begins to freeze, make sure you add some extra layers of mulch, either some nice clean mulching straw or some extra wood mulch around all your perennials or anything that's tender that you're concerned about coming back in the spring. That is good. Also, we mentioned watering the lawn. It hasn't rained for like 40 days and 40 nights, actually even longer than that. It hasn't rained forever, so make sure anything that's newly planted, keep the water on them, keep watering your evergreens, particularly if they're susceptible to windburn. That really helps a lot. There is a couple of products, or really an anti-desiccant, a couple of different brands, I guess, of anti-desiccant that you can spray on your evergreens. That also helps retain moisture as well. It comes in bulk. That can go right into your tank sprayer, or there's like a little squirt there. That is really beneficial for all your evergreens. And also anything that's newly planted like trees, make sure you put some tree wrap around them. This is particularly beneficial for maple trees because they do tend to split a little bit more in the winter. Also, something that's like corrugated plastic like this will help stop the deer from rubbing against the bark. Both of those in conjunction, and rodents as well. Both of those things in conjunction on newly planted trees is really good as well. When it comes to your lawnmower as well, mowing is pretty much done. Make sure you get it down to that lowest part, and then go ahead and give your lawnmower a tune-up as well. Take the spark plug off. That's really good as well. Any chemicals that you have in the garage, make sure you bring them in over the winter. Don't let them freeze. If they do freeze, they're really kind of useless at that point. So any chemicals, of course, make sure you bring those into a warmer spot. That is super, super beneficial. And when we're talking about different types of rodents and things like that, sometimes having a little bit of blood and bone meal on hand, I kind of sprinkle this around liberally. Like if you got like those tender plants that they love to eat, burning bush, all those kind of nibbly things that they like to nibble on, I just liberally put this around my shrubs. That way it kind of helps deter them. There's also some deer and rabbit scram as well. That's good for protecting all those high valuable plants that they love to eat. And I also use a little bit of this Mouse Magic around as well. This is actually really good. It's not really a poison. It's kind of like a peppermint tea pouch that kind of deters mice from kind of harboring up in your evergreens or anywhere you don't want them to be. And then also there is that kind of thing like, do you prune now or do you not prune now? I recommend really not pruning now, particularly all those evergreens. You don't want to prune those, but anything that's lost its leaves, you can definitely prune those at this time. So with this nice weather, take advantage of it and do a little bit of yard work, burn off some of that sugar.
That's
What
very good
sugar,
advice.
Dale? We didn't eat any extra candy.
Thank you, Dale.
Speak for yourself.